Yo, what's up?
What is that? Yeah. What is that monkey stuff?
Hey guys.
Now let's just start with the normal. Where's it going? Yo, what's up?
Yo,
What's up, guys?
Yo, what's up?
Alright, overdo the thing.
What?
Hey guys, what's up? So we are back again.
What?
You just do the intro, monkey, sir.
Oh yes. We are back again. This is Real Convos with the Lockibys.
Yes, guys, this is Real Convos. Once again, we told you all we will try to keep up this time, keep the momentum going.
Yep.
So we are back once again with another segment.
And we are talking about
Self-sabotage.
self-sabotage.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Where we going with this?
I don't know.
Because we just started the podcast and we're not even really sure
Yeah.
where we going. But, bear with us, guys. Self-sabotage. Just to kind of break it down, guys. For me personally, I believe that we give the enemy too much credit for certain things. Things that he's not involved in, things he has not stirred up, things that he had not initiated, and yes, there are things that definitely his hand is in, because his job, the reason he exists is just to oppose us and oppose God, because he's anti. But the reality is, I think that we have to acknowledge a lot of things that take place in our life, a lot of hindrances and limitations is also due to self-sabotage. It's self-inflicted.
True. Yes. Because I could talk about that for, I see in your facial expression. The reality is that I have been self-sabotaging myself for a long time. So I know what it is to self-sabotage when it comes to business. When it comes to personal growth, so many different things. So when I see the word self-sabotage, I look at myself and I see what I have done in the past, and even within recent times, but I made it a duty that will not be a part of my life anymore.
Yes, and guys, it sometimes it's difficult to discuss topics like this, because when you have to do self-introspection, it's not always great. But to be honest, it's not all bad, it's bittersweet, because when you acknowledge certain things, you see it for what it is, then you become successful, because now you know how to walk, now you know where you need to grow, now you have revelation and insight now into this thing, so you could even pray more effectively. So the self-sabotage, looking at the things that you are inflicting upon yourself, is not negative. It's to learn and to grow. It's to come out of your current situation, come out of that ditch, come out of that valley that you may be in right now. So when we talk self-sabotage, people, there are so many topics. We could talk about fear, because sometimes fear is self-inflicted. We speak fear into our own life. We even accept it. You know what I mean? And that's us speaking into our own spirit and into our own minds.
Yeah, that's very true. You see, so many people suffer with fear. So many. This is something that is like a daily walk kind of thing. I mean, that's one thing I could talk about also, fear, because growing up throughout my life, I was a very fearful person of life itself, of speaking. That was like one of my major things. So I will be in a crowd, or I will be in a class, and I will have to answer a question, and I will stand, and nothing could come out of my mouth just because of fear. And I may have known the correct answer, but yet I was so fearful about it that it just couldn't come out of my mouth.
Well, that's so funny, because I had the same experience. But one thing that I acknowledge people, and I find myself quoting this scripture right through, if any man is in Christ, he's a new creation.
Yeah.
And we are a new creation and God has a new expectation. So we no longer need to limit ourselves to certain habits that we had before becoming a Christian, because it's a total transformation.
It's a transformation.
You understand what I'm saying? And I always tell people that a Christian cannot be an introvert. I'm not saying that you have to be overly talkative. But if God has commissioned us to go into all the world and to preach his gospel, and he has given us the ministry of reconciliation to draw men unto himself, it means that we now have to speak, so we can't continue to operate in that fear. So when Christ came and he gave his life to us, we are no longer bound to these things. But then we sometimes choose to submit and to bow to it.
Exactly. Self-sabotage.
Self-sabotage.
So we could look at so many different aspects of lives and see where people self-sabotage themselves. From succeeded, from doing little things, they are doing it onto themselves. Right? So
guys, this self-sabotage topic really came up, because God was speaking to me specifically in regards to some stuff. And I even shared it on Facebook, on my personal page. I've done 2 parts so far, not sure where it will lead, but I just want to look at some of the things that was mentioned there.
That was something else that when I read that on your Facebook, I was like, oh goodness, it's so true, so true. But yeah, go ahead.
Yes. So self-sabotage is when you're in your own way. You are the hindrance. It's when you're a hindrance to yourself, right? And I mentioned a lot of different things. One is self-sabotage is faith without works.
Oh, that is a major thing, especially for Christians, right? Because we have the faith, and I always say that we have the faith to believe that Jesus is God and that he saved me, and he has redeemed me and restored my life. However, your faith stops there. You have no action to go with your faith. So you're just believing, but you have no actions to go with it. Right? So you're having, as Miles Monroe say, I remember you sending me something, and he was speaking about Christians just sitting down and saying, I claim this, I claim that, but they have no actions to put in place.
Well, no, that is a very good point, because I think I would have gone down that same part as well, where you may see a house, a beautiful car, you may, whatever it might be, and you may claim it. And that is all
say, I want that, that is my house, that is mine.
But that is all well and good, nothing wrong with that. But then there's an action that needs to follow suit. I mean, maybe you have to now go to the bank, see what you qualify for, and nothing is wrong with that, because you may not qualify for what you want. But then once again, faith taps in again, because that is what faith is about. It's not that your account need to reflect what you want, but there is some actions that you need to do, even from the standpoint of, you may be looking at a mansion and saying, I want that, but you may be living in a smaller house now, but you are not maintaining it, you are not cleaning it, you're not upkeeping it, so all of that is the works, because God will give unto you what you can manage, so guys, there's so many things that we do, and I think even in regards to business, when we talk about kingdom business, I think that as Christians, we should be way ahead of everybody else because of faith and because we are connected to the source. But I think what we fail to do is to apply the principles and laws. There are certain principles and laws in regards to business.
It's written within the Bible, but when it comes to business, Christians become so fearful when it comes to talking about money and talking about finances. So that's a whole other topic in terms of that. You get fidgety when you're talking about these things, but this is part of it. This is part of living.
Well, when I hear finances, I just run off course. So I'm trying to stay away from that type of topic right now.
Okay, we could probably talk about that in another podcast.
For sure, right? So to continue, it's when you're procrastinating daily, and we all know this word of procrastination.
Procrastination.
Who do we blame for procrastination?
Yeah, ourselves. We can't blame nobody else.
But for some reason, we find someone to blame because
but that's the easier thing to do. You have to find the excuses.
Well, it's true. It's true. Because if someone decides to hold you to account, right? You will find some way to say, well, listen. Yeah, some way to say, well, it's because of this person or that person, or this didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to turn out.
Yeah.
But I mean, people, this is what this podcast is to do, is to really show us where we, not where everybody else have to change, it's where we have to change, because it's self-inflicted.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So, listen, and there's so much, guys. I often hear people say, listen, I don't have time to read my Bible, bro. I just don't get the time. But I always tell people, if we seek in God first, then we put things of God first, and then we could potentially say we don't have time for everything else.
Even if you have to wake up earlier than your normal time to give God that piece of time in the morning to put it into your day. Because a lot of people are saying, okay, I need the sleep, so I need to sleep until this time. But you go to bed a little earlier now. So you go to bed a little earlier, you get up a little earlier, you give God that time, and then continue your day.
Listen, I think that we have to acknowledge that it all has to do with the value we put on a thing and how much we love God. You know why? Because
true.
For instance, we just came out of Olympics. Let's say that there was a final 4 o'clock in the morning. You up 3 o'clock waiting. You understand what I'm saying? But if God say get up to prayer, that is a different thing. If you have a flight 2 o'clock in the morning, you up. You done ready to go to run, you know what I mean? But if God say wake
pay
up,
money for that ticket, correct?
But if God say wake up and seek me 2 o'clock, it's
God, I need to sleep, Lord. My child gave trouble last night, oh gosh, all kind of excuses you finding when it's only one night you ask you to get up 2 o'clock to pray, to seek his face.
Listen, we could go on and on, because even the individual who would say, listen, I don't have time to read the Bible, but yet they're reading other books.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Fiction. They're reading this, yet they're telling you about all the movies to watch. Yet they're telling you, hey, I see this one on Facebook doing that, and I see that one on Instagram, and I went on Twitter, and how are you getting time to do all these
those things? Yet you don't have the time.
Really and truly,
it is what you deem important.
Correct. So once again, all of these things is self-sabotage, because we are robbing ourselves. One thing that I have in the post here as well is we all talk about purpose. We talk about, our missions that God sent us here to complete and so on. But I always say, are we taken in? Are we filling up ourselves with the fuel that we need to reach this destination?
Yeah.
It's like, that is self-sabotage. If you know, hey, I'm going in Port of Spain, and you in South, deep South, and you pull up by the pump and you say, hey, give me 10 days. You are setting up yourself to failure.
Yeah.
Because you could never get to your destination with that.
Where are you reaching with 10?
Yeah, but that is what we do. We put our $10 in word.
Yeah. It's so true.
We put our $10 in prayer.
Yeah.
And then when the mountain come,
you expect it to move.
We expect it to move. It sounds funny, but that is what we do.
Yeah, and when we say we mean including us talking.
Correct.
So we ain't talking about everybody else but ourselves. We're talking about us included in this.
And let me just show you something here, people. You have to understand something. A lot of these things that we will bring forth is things that the Lord dealing with us first.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
So people does feel a how sometimes, but we will feel a how when the Lord showing up us too. You know, but it's for our good. We have to go through it.
We have to deal with the things, so we have to deal with it too.
Correct, because we have to understand what the end result will be: fruitfulness.
Yeah,
which is God's main concern.
Exactly.
And guys, so listen. in terms of self-sabotage, in addition, is when you bury your visions and dreams because of fear. You just find it too big, dog, or it's too much work.
Imagine that. God wanna bless you, Jed. He wanna bless you more than you could ever imagine. Yet you are trying to bury this thing in the ground. You are so frightened that you're gonna get all this blessing that you are self-sabotaging yourself from the blessing. That making any sense to you?
No, it is true. But then to watch it from this standpoint, we will be upset when, especially someone close to us, a loved one, come and say, when you tell them your dream, they will be like, hey, I don't think you could do this. I don't think that you could reach so far.
Yeah.
And you will be upset with them. But then in that time with just you and you alone, whether it's by your words or within your mind, within your spirit, you are telling yourself
that you can't do it.
Hey, I really don't feel like I can do this thing.
Yeah.
I really don't think that I have what it takes.
Yeah. It's true.
So whilst we're getting upset with other people, we have to talk to our flesh.
Because it is your flesh.
Correct.
Because your spirit is weak and your flesh is now stronger than your spirit, man. It is telling you that, hey, you cannot do this, because that is what the flesh like to do. It like to tell you what you can do. But understand this, when you continue to feed your spirit, when you continue to feed it with the right things, then now you are able to withstand all those negative thoughts that the flesh man may want to put within you.
Yes, well said. So guys, I know we kind of reaching a time where, we don't want to go too long. So what I want to do is I will read out the rest of this part 2 of self-sabotage, right? It's when you only see what you don't have and never what you do have. For some reason we just don't see what we have. We concentrate on what we don't have. It's when you forget all your past successes and accomplishments and accentuate your failures, which leads to what? Self-demotivation.
Right. Oh, that's so true.
You forget all the things you achieved because you're only concentrating on the failures.
Yeah.
Right? It's when you set out to achieve a goal or task. Well, I think we covered this already in terms of not fueling ourselves. Right? It also has, this is a big one. It's when your perfectionist mindset prevents you from accepting help, even from your spouse. Say something on this before we go on, man.
I do not want to talk about this because I know, oh my gosh. I mean, it goes both ways, huh?
I agree.
Right?
I agree.
I mean, sometimes you could be a little,
Who are we talking about here? Me? Anyway, I think let me move on from that one in truth, yes. So, but yeah, guys, that is me sometimes, But anyway, it's when you offend those who are assisting you with your vision because of frustration. Because guys, we will always be frustrated at times, and we would even have people who they are assisting us in our vision, in our goals, in our business ideas, and so on. And that is self-sabotage when we cannot treat them in a certain manner because
they're helping you.
They are helping you. You are progressing because of their assistance. So guys, let's keep that in mind. It's and this one bigger. This is the last one, guys. It's when you're comparing yourself with who you were yesterday.
Oh gosh.
As if the same potential doesn't exist in you today. We're not even talking about comparing yourself with somebody else. We're talking about comparing yourself with what we could say yesterday. I was vibrant, my mind was sharp, ting. Now, mind you, is 1 year past it. You're still young, you're still vibrant, and you have more experience under your belt. So it means that you could achieve more today than you could have achieved yesterday. But you stuck in comparing yesterday things that you would have done and accomplished, and understanding that you could do bigger things now.
That is a real deal. I could talk about that too.
Yeah, so
this whole topic, yes. Gosh.
Guys, I don't know. I don't know. We didn't set out to do. I don't know. I feel like we will come back with this topic again
I
at some
feel
point,
so.
you know, because self-sabotage so big,
It's
people.
so big, and I want people to get out of that self-sabotaging mindset. We need to
Yes.
get past it in order for us to succeed in what God has called us to succeed in. Come on, your purpose is great. You are great in Christ. There's so much that you have to do upon this earth. Come on, we need to get out of that mindset.
Yes, guys, and listen, I always compare our life to that of a tree. You know, sometimes we may see big, strong roots, you know, as to suggest that this tree is growing and stable and we get comfortable. We may see a big bark, once again, we get comfortable. We may see green leaves, once again, we get comfortable. We may see flowers, once again, we get comfortable. But people, what is the very purpose of this tree? We could celebrate that in every season or at every point of progress. That is fine. But understand the ultimate goal is fruit.
Fruit.
No one goes to a tree if it doesn't have fruit.
Yeah.
You understand? Even when a tree is out of season, no one is there. As soon as that fruit is in season, everyone is there. And God desires fruit from us.
Yeah.
And this self-sabotage topic is really for us now to break down these barriers of self-sabotage so that each and every one of us could bear fruit.
Sure, right. That is good right there.
Yes, guys.
All right, guys. So we're going to wrap it up. We have gone over our time, but it's so good chatting with you all again.
Yes.
And we will meet on the next podcast.
Yes, guys. See ya.
Laters.